pushing people to eat themselves to morbid obesity, which is exactly what these fat positive influencers want. I've covered more than my fair share of these fat positive influencers, and to be honest, I am sick of seeing their deluded views. So, in this video, we're looking at everything wrong with the fat activism movement. And to get a real idea of where fat positivity came from, we have to go back to the roots and see if it did in fact start out with a positive. We have to go back to 1968, which is the birth year of fat activism. A man named Bill Fabry founded the first ever fat positive protest in New York after he was, quote, tired of the way the world was treating his fat wife. And he was not alone, with a man called Lou Lauderbeck releasing an article around that time titled "More People Should Be Fat," which described many instances of fat discrimination. A few years later, across the country in California, a group of feminists were also forming a fat activism group called the Fat Underground, and they came loaded with a manifesto. The Fat Underground made insane claims, including comparing being called fat to racism. They also went on to demand that doctors, or who they called enemies, take responsibility for damaging their health and falsely claim that they are unfit as a result of being overweight. They also demanded that people selling weight loss cures and programs be forced to take accountability for selling scams and damaging public health. Now, with it being the 1970s, I will give them some credit. In a time where snake oil supplements and diet pills were being shilled left, right and centre, it was difficult to find an accurate source to improve your health and shed some extra pounds. And obviously, as you'd expect, these snake oil supplements were all ineffective. But they didn't just want to get rid of the snake oil supplements. They wanted to remove diet books, diet clubs, diet foods, and even food supplements, which would include things like whey protein. Activists wanted to get rid of all of these, but not because they knew they didn't work, but because of how it made them feel, despite what they may say in their manifesto. Being told that weight loss is possible made these so-called fat activists so uncomfortable that they wanted to ban the practice altogether. Given